Hey guys, so I'm at the range today. It's a little wet out. Apologies. I just got my slide back from the guys over at Cajun Gun Works. This is a Shadow 2. What they did is they had to mill an RMR plate. It's really cool because the back of the plate, it's hard to see, but the back of the plate actually curves around the factory striker plate, retaining plate. Fits right up inside. It was meant to be, and then they milled it in. They got the Dawson rear sight mounted all up. It's a tritium rear. You're going to notice it does have a fiber front. The fiber front there, it just happened to be the right size of the right height to get the witness that I was looking for. And we got a tritium RMR 07 on top. So I'm a carry optic guy. I love my CZs, but carry optics just makes them that much better. So I wanted to get in on the Shadow 2, give you some close-ups a little bit. Really pretty work. I'm gonna put some rounds through it. They also threw in the barrel bushing, the match barrel bushing on this, and that tightens up the end of the barrel, brings a little bit more accuracy, pulls in, and it's going to be great. So I lubed up the barrel because it's going to be a tighter fit, and we'll see how it runs. So I got some factory mags jammed up. I got a paper target at about 10 yards. I'm going to see where my placement of my RMR came out. All right, so I'm running a little bit high. Actually, before I run that down, let me see where those irons are taking me. All right, so the irons are taking me a little high and left, so I'm going to have to mess with some sights to get that down. But right now, it looks like my RMR is shooting about a ½ high, or a ½ inch left, and about 2.5 inches high. Usually I do apple on the post, but in this case I tried apple on the post, which is how I usually sight in my irons out the gate. I'm going to have to bring this down a little. Alright guys, Shadow 2 is indeed dialed in. Super stoked. Getting a little... The injector is right underneath the RMR. You can get some lubricant blowing out onto the RMR. Not the end of the world. I hope not. Clean that later. It's the only problem about having a window. But I'll run it a little faster so you can see it in action. But man, that barrel bushing keeps things tight. Super duper flat. Alrighty, so there's not going to be a whole lot in this video other than some shooting. And doing a couple reloads. But from what I've gathered, what I've been told, this mounting plate on the Shadow 2 set up this way with an RMR is the first time it's ever been done. So that's pretty cool. There is a lot of blowback coming into the corner of my RMR here. I lubed it up pretty good beforehand because it was pretty dry. I got the match barrel bushing from Cajun Gun Works, so I wanted that to be nice and tight and lubricated so I have no issues with that. So I'm going to keep putting rounds through it and get this gun kind of broken in. The gun's already had a few thousand rounds through it over the past couple of years, but now that some things have changed on it, I'd like to at least put a few hundred rounds through it today. So, man, it's super smooth. Really stoked about it. Nothing but butter. if you noticed in my video, or as I'm running this gun, when I do a reload on it, drop the mag, when I put it back in, when I come back up, you can either offhand your slide stop. You'll see that this is kind of silvery. I took the enhanced safety on this gun, and I like the enhanced safety better than the flush safety, but it was too tall. It was just too tall. I couldn't get to my slide stop, so I actually milled down that safety, blued it back up, kind of buffed it out so it was softer, and I can get to my slide stop pretty easily. I got long hands, long thumbs, so that's kind of how I get to my slide stop on this gun, is I keep the mag and I can get over it because I cut that down. So that's just one thing to note. I did cut this down, so it's not factory, so that's how I get to it faster without running that safety. And it acts like a thumb pedal, gas pedal, when you're running it, which is nice. And it keeps my hand, my support hand a little lower, so this part of my thumb isn't pushing up on that slide stop, causing the gun to go out of battery or have a slide lock while I'm shooting it. So that's kind of why I do like this gun in the safety mode, safety model. But again, I'm not like a big safety guy, so this does help, if that makes sense. See if I can get a little closer, give you a little bit more in-depth walkthrough. Don't know if it's going to come out nice on this video. Final shots of the Shadow 2. Guys, click like, subscribe, check us out, leave a comment. We love to hear feedback.